Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're listening from. Um, I go by the name of Z to the X, and today is another segment of our half toning. And today we are going to be going into black knockout and half toning. So, when we say black knockout, we mean taking off the blacks and the color. So, taking off the blacks and the color before printing it on a shirt or before sending it to your printer. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look for an image with a black background because we're assuming that the background is the color of the shirt. So I'll just say let's go with images like this on Pinterest. You can use any kind of image. You can knock out black in any image, any kind of image. As long as there's black in that color, you can knock it out. So let's just get into business. Let's come to Pinterest. I did this one before. Let's do something new. Do something new. I like this guy. Uh, okay, let's just work with this Jedi. Download the image. Come here, download image. Then we save it. Then we come here, open the file, and then I'll open it on Photoshop. Okay, Photoshop. Oh, okay. Control 0 to fit in to this canvas. Control 0. Now the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to change our resolution. First things first, whenever you're printing DTFs, especially, try to make sure you change your resolution. How do we do this? We go to image, we go to the image tab here, and then come down to image size. On the image size, you see this resolution here. Most times it's default 72. Like by default, it's 72. So you have to change it to 300, especially when you're printing DTFs, when you're working with DTFs or printing. So you have to come here and change it to 300, and hit the OK. What this does is it increases the quality of the image. As you can see, after the whole loading now, it's going to be bigger. You're going to see the size. It's going to be bigger, bolder. Like you can see it very clear now. But I don't want to work with this size, so I'll fit it back to the screen by holding Control and pressing 0. So with our resolution changed to 300, we can now start our work. So first things first, we're going to duplicate this layer. This is the background layer. We're going to duplicate it. How do we duplicate? Control J. You hold down Control and then you press J. Personally, I like to duplicate twice because of you understand at the end of the class. So I duplicate again, Control J, and then I'll turn off the visibility of these two layers underneath this one. So I want to work with this layer above, just this layer above. So now I'll come here. There's something about black knockout that I want to explain. Now, when we're doing other colors knockouts, the first thing we do is when we're doing other colors, the first thing we do is we create a new layer. Control Shift N. We create a new layer, then enter, and then we fill this layer with the color of the shirt that we're trying to print on. Okay, in this case we're trying to print on black, so we'll fill this layer with black. How do we fill it? Control and then delete or backspace. Control or delete or backspace. Now we fill it with black. Now from our previous class, it's just the same thing when we did the white knockout. Fill it with the same white, and then we go to the blending mode. We changed it to difference, and then we combine the two layers. Okay, let's just do it. We come to our blending mode now. We change it to difference. Okay, difference. Now you see, as for black, the difference makes no difference. As you can see, the difference makes no difference. This is the same as. See, I've changed the visibility of that black. I've turned it off, but the image remains the same. So for black knockout, this difference, this blending mode process is kind of you can kind of skip it. it's kind of irrelevant. So we just go straight to the point instead of creating a new layer and then going to difference and then combining these two layers and then taking it to the other place with grayscale. So let's just go so you understand what I'm trying to say. So we can still work with this because it's still no difference, or we can delete the um layer. But let's just use it. We hold down our control and select this other layer here. We are doing that so that we select both layers together at the same time. And then you hold down control again and E to combine both layers. We've combined it. After combining it, you're seeing that it still makes no difference. It's still the same image. So we would have worked with that image already. So let's just continue. From here now, what we do is we convert this one to smart objects. How do we do that? We have to right click, we go up here to smart objects, convert to smart objects, click it. Oh, my system is slow. Okay, it's going on. So it's been converted. Now, next thing we have to do is to double click this thumbnail, double click it. It will take us to a fresh page where we can now work on this independently. So first thing we have to do now is go to image and mode grayscale. Change it to grayscale so that everything that we are seeing is black, white, and ash. Now this is grayscaled. The second thing we're going to do is to go to our levels to adjust our levels. How did we do that? We went to image, adjustment, and then levels. Let me go back. Image, adjustment, levels. Now what we're trying to achieve here is we're trying to make it black. Now for black, I've told you in our previous class, for the blacks in the image, they are going to be invisible. That's going to be our transparency. The black is going to be the hidden parts in the image. The whites are going to be the visible parts in the image. The ash are going to be the half-toned part. Like they are going to be, I'll show you when we talk about half-tone, what we're trying to say. The ash colors are going to be the ones that are going to be half-toned. I'll show you when we get there. So that's what we're trying to achieve here. So we now adjust these levels to make sure we get our white, our black, and our ash. What we want to be visible, we make it white. What we don't want, we make it black. What we want to be half-toned, we make it ash or gray. So we adjust. When we adjust for you from here, when we adjust from here, you see that it goes darker. Already the image is dark enough, so I don't think we even need any more black. Let's see our whites. I'm adjusting from this side. It's getting whiter and brighter, as you can see. Taking it back. So I think we're seeing our. If you see the head of the Jedi, it looks like it's glowing out, like the outline is glowing, and we could consider that part as our gray color. Then the other part you're seeing is like white, pure white. We still have other gray colors, but for this image, I can see that the part that is going to be really half-toned is going to be that glowy part outside the head of the Jedi. So, do I still have to adjust? The black is enough. I think the white is enough. Then okay. Then next we go to image again. Image, mode, bitmap, flatten the layers. Okay. Now the output has to be 300. The method used has to be half-tone screen, and then you click OK. Your angle 22 round. I like to use round. I like to use 45. I think the higher the number, the lesser the dot or so. Yeah. So you click OK. Boom. Now let's zoom into this image and see the results. Just like I said, if you see this part of the image, it's been half-toned. We consider this part as our gray color when we're adjusting the levels. So this is good. This is good enough. So I go Control 0, fits into the screen, and then Control A to select the whole image, and then Control C to copy the whole image, and then I'll go back to our previous image, the original image. So we are done with this particular layer. We are done with this layer. So we can turn this layer off and then turn this one back on and select this layer. Now Now that we're here, this is the step that we need to take next. You come down here and create a layer mask. Create a layer mask on that particular layer. White. Now come to this layer mask thumbnail. Hold your Alt key, then click on it while holding it. It's gonna go all white, and then you paste the image you copied from the other tab. You paste it here by clicking Ctrl V, holding Ctrl V. Boom. So that's our image. Next thing we need to do, we come to this selection tool. Come here, you select the selection tool, and then click outside the image. Then you see our half-toned black knocked out image. Boom. How does it look? Crazy, right? Looks like it's not going to make sense. Okay, let's do something. Let's come to this layer. We are going to create a new layer. Create a new layer. Control Shift and N. Okay. So we've created a new layer. We'll fill this layer now with the color of shirt that we're trying to print on, which is black. We're trying to print on black. So let's fill this layer with black. Control Delete. We fill it with black. And then now we move this layer down to this part. Now under the other layer. Now this is the image we got. This means that if we print, let me turn off this black layer. Let me turn it off. If we print on a black shirt, we print this thing now on a black shirt. This is the result we're going to get, which is very perfect. It's going to make the fabrics breathable. It's going to make the fabrics soft. It's going to make air go through the fabrics. Like, this is the most perfect way of printing DTF. Okay, so that is for black. It's as simple as whatever. Take off this layer. Then when you're printing, this is what you're going to print. This is what you're going to print. You go to File or Export or save this or send to your printer. This is what you're going to send to whoever is going to print your DTF, or even your printer. If you have a printer, this is what you're going to print. If you print this out and press it on the black shirt, it's going to come out clean. It's going to come out clean as this. So I think we're done for today. Thank you for listening to today's class. Thank you for being here. Please, if you've not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I'm new to this and I think I'm still trying to get along. So support me in any way you can. Thank you very much.